Boys and girls, welcome back to another lame ass tool review unboxing thingy. Today we're going to be looking at glorified hairdryer, basically otherwise known as a heat gun. I already have one of these things. This one just wasn't cutting it, so ended up getting a new one. Thought again I'd stick with DEWALT since all my tools now are heading that way, kind of with the yellow and black theme of colors. This one is the D26411 model. I think it's quite an old model. It's probably been out for a couple of years, but you know, still new, should still work hopefully. Supposedly 1800 watts of heat, or whatever they mean by that. It's got on the box here 50 to 400 degrees and 50 to 600 degrees, so pretty hot. If your wife isn't hot enough, then this will definitely help you out. You might also end up getting a smack over the head. But there it is. So quite a big tool actually. Nobody's really ever moaned about having a tool that is too big, but I think we'll be able to handle this one. It's quite nice. It looks sturdy. Looks like it's got a long cable as well. Probably a couple of feet, a couple of meters. Comes with these little fittings. They kind of, I suppose they're pressed tin. These little, let's just get rid of these gloves. It's not going to work. These little tin fittings kind of go on the end of the heat gun. It's like a fishtail type of fitting. Not sure what this other one is. This is probably, come on, man. It's just a smaller nozzle. So yeah, that'll also work. If you've got something big that you're trying to heat up, I suppose you can use that bigger opening. Otherwise, if you've got something small or you need to get into a tight spot, then you know, a smaller part of the tool might work a bit better. D26411-QS type 1, that's the first iteration of this model. 400 degrees and 600 degrees. Yeah, made in China, and it's probably the serial number or something. As I was saying, overall it is actually very sturdy. Some of these other, let's say, cheaper brands, they kind of creak and you know, they bend slightly. Yeah, this one's also got a thing on the front that comes off, but this specific one is really stiff. You know, I enjoy these tools. They're really nice to hold and use, especially all of the DEWALT stuff that I've just got. I've just bought a whole lot of new stuff, and using solid and firm tools gives you a lot of confidence in what you're doing. So overall, looks pretty good, well made. It's got these little feet on the bottom. I think that's for standing the unit up. That's if you want to work on something. They just fold away. Nice little strain relief. It's a bit shiny for the rubber, but I mean, I don't know. Hopefully it's a good quality. The heat control is on the back here. So if you want it to blow out really hot air, then you would rotate it clockwise, and you can go all the way for the hottest setting, and then you know, all the way anti-clockwise, that's for the coldest setting, or halfway, whatever it is. It's probably got a little potentiometer inside here that it actually just adjusts. So this is just so that you can, I suppose, use it nicely with gloves. So attached to that potentiometer in here, probably going to be some electronics, funky stuff happening in there, and a heating element with a little, probably again a DC brushed motor. I don't think they would worry or bother putting a brushless motor in here. I mean, it's not really needed. It's just going to blow out a little bit of hot air. You know, basic basic trigger mechanism here, or not trigger but switch mechanism. It's got two settings. In the 0 position, that's going to be off, of course, and in the first position, that's going to give you a flow rate of 240 liters per minute, or at least that's what they claim, and it should go up to about 400 degrees C. And then in the second sort of switch position, that'll give you a flow rate of 450 liters per minute and up to 600 degrees C. So pretty hot. Overall length is about, let's see here, 250 millimeters or 25 centimeters, and height is roughly 210 millimeters or 21 centimeters. So it'll kind of give you a scale. The previous one that I had is basically the same size, maybe just a little bit shorter. So yeah, quite a hefty tool. Feels comfortable to hold. Pretty sure that this bit of plastic or in front of the hand here, this is more likely to give the grip part strength, or the handle strength. If this wasn't here, this would probably break off quite easily if you had to drop this thing. It's got a kind of a plastic shroud on the front, and that it just rotates and clips on and off. Well, now that I want it to, it doesn't want to. There we go. So you just rotate it and then pull it off. Not too sure exactly what this type of thing would be for. Maybe, you know, maybe if you're holding it with two hands, then you can hold it in this position. Or possibly also if you are working on something, if you're trying to heat up something, then this shroud would kind of protect the heat, or block the heat that's coming off this part of the steel tube. Or maybe what it's for is if you need to get into a tight spot, then you take this piece of plastic off, and then you can get right into something. Who knows? Only the guys that designed it knew. Quite hard plastics, probably polycarbonate, or oh, there we go, PA66, which is a. Wait, hang on. It's quite interesting. Oh, that's very interesting actually. Well, this piece is a PA6, and it's a glass fiber reinforced 30%. I mean, you can feel that it is really, really stiff. In the top of the plastic shroud, it's got PA66/G30. So the PA6 is a nylon-based material, and the G30 means glass fiber reinforced 30%. But this is a PA. Well, it says PA66. And then on the other side, yeah, it just says PA6, and you can see, if I can get it there, there we go, there's a little arrow, and that is pointing to the PA6. So the 66, I think, is just a, so the PA66, from what I believe, is a sort of a higher temperature rating than the standard PA6, which that's what that says over there, although the PA6 is a higher impact rating. There are no other markings on the outside of the actual casing itself, well, material markings, but I'm guessing it's also going to be a PA6 with a 30% glass fiber reinforcing. Just by the feel, it feels actually the same as the black plastic, well, the nose cone over there. Having a look at the cord, it's quite a nice, thick, strong cord. It is pretty flexible, not extremely flexible, but I think it's good enough for kind of what you need. Quite long, probably a meter and a half long, which is pretty good. It's always a pretty shit thing having a short cord, and you've always got to go fetch an extension cord. Wires, or the conductors in here, there's two 1mm squared conductors. Now those conductors can only handle approximately 15 amps, and if we take 1800 watts divided by sort of 230 volts, we're drawing about 8 amps maximum. So it's about half the rating of the wire. So should all be good. Not specifically this gun, because I think this one had it also, and many other heat guns got it, but kind of the manufacturers ride on that as a feature. It's got a constant overheat protection, which is it's basically just a glorified temperature control. The element inside, when it gets up to its maximum temperature, then it kind of disconnects, and the heating element switches off, but the motor continues to flow air through the tool. So that kind of regulates the temperature, and then when it gets down to a certain temperature, well, less than its overheating maximum, the element will come back online, and then it will continue heating. So that's kind of a constant overheat protection. I was kind of thinking about how I could show you how well the gun performs, so I thought about taking a glass of water, and we'll see if we can get it to the boil with just the heat gun. We're going to turn it up to the maximum heat setting. We're going to use it on number 2, and we'll also start the timer. There we go. So, by the way, this water is cold, straight out the tap. Okay, so there we have it, a little tub or kettle of non-boiled water. Clearly this thing takes, well, it doesn't take too long. I mean, that's about 6 minutes. It hasn't boiled the water yet, so I don't know what to expect. It's damn hot. It's getting up to 80 degrees. Well, it's probably a little bit cooler now, 77. So definitely hot enough for a cup of coffee. So if you've got 6 minutes and one of these heat guns, you can definitely make yourself a cup of coffee. If you, woo, that's hot. Otherwise, I know it will work if you're keen on melted cheese. So there we go. Takes about 30 seconds to a minute to make yourself a nice melted cheese sandwich, slightly toasty, with a nice kettle of, well, not coffee, but it could be coffee. Tastes pretty good too. Not bad. So, guys, that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Cheers.